Race number 2 has a scratching before we go any further, and a new number 14. Noble Boys goes out, 8 trigrams comes in for Matthew Poon. So a change at the bottom of the book. The second is over the 1200 metres and is a Class 4. Call Me Dandy. He carries the top weight again. Regency Bobo comes back in trip. He's a 3-time course and distance winner. Lucky Encounter goes the other way, as does Always Beautiful, both from the 1000 up to the 1200. Beauty Destiny, 3 trials, and is being talked about ever since those trials as something pretty serious. Easy Snip's a last start winner, carries an extra £7 for it. Green and White has the tongue tie going on. Super Contented has cheek pieces for the first time. Trust Me is a 2-time course and distance winner, Tom. Now the speed map here looks this way.
8 trigrams gets into the field here. He can go forward. Beauty Destiny always puts himself into his trials, and he'll be handy from barrier number 7. Lucky Encounter, Call Me Dandy. I thought he had every chance last time out. Looks tricky, Paul, for Trust Me, and Easy Snip with their wide gates.
Yeah, both got drawn wide and both like to sort of try and slot in midfield. Look, I thought Beauty Destiny was going to lead this race till 8 trigrams came into the race, so he's just going to put that extra bit of pace in. So we'll see how good this Beauty Destiny is on debut.
Well, he's got more wrapping than a game of Pass the Parcel, has Beauty Destiny, and what he's done at the trial. So Nick spoke with his trainer, Frankie Law.
Frankie Law, you've got a newcomer lining up on a big day's racing this Sunday. His name is Beauty Destiny. His trials have looked very good, Frankie. Can you tell me some more?
Yeah, he showed 3 times, so he showed really good for me, yeah.
You've given those 3 trials, of course. How impressed have you been with those trials? He's won all 3 of them. Visually, he's looked very good.
Yeah, first trial, 800. Usually 800 is for the new horse better. He showed good, he jumped fast and all the way in front. And the second trial in Happy Valley, 1000. He showed also good. Same as last time, all the way in front. And the last trial, Sha Tin, third, 1200. This time, before I tried to think about maybe let him lead, follow some horses to see, but he jumped fast, so said just let him lead in front by himself, but he still trial good, yeah.
How important was it to get him to Happy Valley? Was that just sort of to give him that little bit more experience, or do you like to sort of let your newcomers have a look around Happy Valley, perhaps?
Yes, you're right. Also, I want to trial some new horse on the turf, so at that time, after trial on Sha Tin and the next trial, Happy Valley, so I don't mind just take him to Happy Valley, let him to have a look at Happy Valley also, yeah.
And on the back of those 3 heats that he has contested, you feel that he's now comfortably ready to make his debut. Of course, obviously, I imagine there'll be no hiding place on a day like Sunday, because it's a big day's racing, and the tendency would be for obviously some very competitive racing. Do you feel he's a horse who can really sort of stack up on debut? Is he one of your better ones, perhaps, first time out?
I think so. You can see he got a 3 trial. He shot really good. So I hope he got a good performance for me, yeah.
Frank, in his trials, he has just had a bit of a tendency to swish his tail. Did you read anything into that at all, or is that just something that you sort of accept with him?
Yes, I saw his tail, yeah. In the last trial, but he hadn't feel anything, so the jockeys hadn't said anything also, yeah.
And how's his track work been, Frankie? Obviously, all we know of him is his pedigree and trials. Has he shown you all the same signs in his track work?
Yes. Yeah. He's really quite awesome. And small track, big track, yeah. It's good, yeah.
He looks like a nice horse to start off, and he must be one that you're getting excited to see.
Yes, I hope so, yeah.
Frankie Law there on Beauty Destiny. Some of the opposition, though, Tom, include Call Me Dandy, who runs 3rd in this race. He was a winner 2 starts ago. He will have to carry extra weight. Comes off this 3rd behind an impressive win in Happy Golf.
Yeah, and look, he went forward to this day, and then they were sort of in front, and then they let Time Storm come around, who's taken a bit of money with him recently, Time Storm. But after that, Paul, I thought he pretty much had every chance, and he's got a wider draw here again, so taking a set against him this time round.
I'll put him in on a minor line. I think the draw is going to make it tough for him. But look, he won 2 starts ago, and then he backed it up with this run. And Happy Golf looks like he's quite progressive.
He does indeed. Next up, Paul, we've got some form around Super Contented 10th. Now, Easy Snip had been racing well, gets the job done this day, but gee, he can't draw a gate.
No, and that's what worries me. If he's going to have to either get further back than he'd like, or I think he could be trapped wide. So I haven't included him. Super Contented, I thought he'd have to improve on this run.
Yeah, he has been back to the trials, so Super Contented. He was a little bit slow out. He was beaten 12.5 lengths. I wasn't really sure what to make of the trial about the Tavachi 3-year-old, but everything went right this day for Easy Snip. But yeah, barrier 12, bit more weight, not ideal.
Okay, Easy Snip that was. To some straight form now. A Tom Lucky Encounter, second on debut behind a smart one in Red Elegance.
Yeah, he's going to be right in the market, this horse, behind the favourite Lucky Encounter. Karasteet and David Hazy was on the far side here, sort of about midfield. No match for the winner this time round. Paulie looks like he's above the average, but encouraging debut run.
Yeah, no, the way he raced, it looks like he at the 1200 is going to be ideal for him as well. He's drawn nicely in barrier number 1, so I think he is the biggest danger to the favourite.
Good report for Lucky Encounter. And Tom, you don't mind green and white after what he did at his first start, and his trials have all looked good too.
Yeah, they have all been good. Now he's been back to the trials up at Chungfa, ran second in a trial up there. Now he was taken back in this race behind Prince of Porty, who'll get a line on in one of the upcoming races, but he was taken back, only battled away. In the trial, he sat just off the pace, ran on nicely late, but his trials before his debut had been good. This has been a good form race, Paul. Easy Snips won, Module Construction's placed a couple of times, Snow a Lot's won twice.
Yeah, they have, and Prince of Porty has looked really strong, and he's in the next. So, look, I've included him as well. I think he'll learn a lot from that debut run.
Now the replays for race number 2, Paul. Is it boom or bust for the newcomer?
Look, I think he can win this one, but I'd be a bit worried. You know, I'd like to see what he can do, see if he can carry on through the grades after this race. He's on top. I thought Lucky Encounter will be the biggest danger, sitting behind green and white with that run under his belt, and Call Me Dandy, 5-3-8-1.
Obviously, there's going to be a lot of support for Beauty Destiny. If you like a 1.5 favourite, then fill your boots. But I'm going to go with green and white here over number 5 for Beauty Destiny. Green and white's just had that race day experience. Tongue tie goes on. He's drawn much better this time round. Hopefully, he's not as far back and can get a clean run. So 8 on top, 5 Beauty Destiny. Tail swishing did worry me a little bit with him, but he has looked good at his trials. But the tail swishing without any pressure, although that was on the all-weather, the tail swishing. Lucky Encounter, and Good Boy, I thought ran well at a big price. He was supported on debut, not so much last time. 8, 5, 3 and 12.
Paul with the favourite, Tom with the minor upset in race number 2.